Stalker 2. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words on Steam. Discover the vast Chernobyl exclusion zone full of dangerous enemies, deadly anomalies and powerful artifacts. Unveil your own epic story as you make your way through all the bugs, as you make your way to the heart of Chernobyl. Make your choices wisely as they will determine your fate in the end. First up guys, let's have a quick look at the graphical options. Yeah, quite a few as you would expect for a £50 game. Lots of things to twiddle and tweak. I'm running this on my 2080 as you know, i9, 32 gig of RAM. I ran this in 1080p and yeah, my frames was, they weren't high. I had it capped with VSync at 60 for editing purposes and most of the time it was up over 45, 50. And considering mine is an old I'm changing my PC next year, but I still played the game no problem at all, no stuttering whatsoever, very, very smooth. Yeah, the aiming was awful, but I'll come to that later on. But yeah, it just ran and it looked all right. I must apologise. I have lost 90% of my footage. When I was recording in OBS, I noticed that when I pressed to stop one of the files that I was recording that it said that it recorded an MKV file instead of an MP4 file. For some reason OBS had reset itself, and so I've been playing it all day recording files that aren't compatible to my editor, and I don't have time to convert them all because I need this review out tonight because I'm not available for the next couple of days. So I do apologise. This isn't going to be the usual standard of video where the video corresponds to what I'm saying. You're just going to get some random footage, but it's more about what I say than what you see, I guess. But it's just unfortunate because I had video examples of loads of bugs and stuff that I wanted to show you, and they're all stuck as MKV files. Anyway, let's get on. So the game ran okay for me, but the big problem was the control bindings. You can't really play this game unless you use WASD. So that kind of screws up people who are left-handed, people who are disabled and need to have their own keys bound. People like me who use TGFH, you're screwed because a lot of the keys are hard bound. And the thing is with this game, it has weapon wheels and all. It's a console game. It's a console game.
It's a console game. It's a console game. We've got to upgrade in a console game. It's a console game.
The PC version of this game is an afterthought. You can just tell when you play it. It has all the hallmarks of that kind of a game. It's built for controllers and not for mouse and keyboards. You got the mouse lag is horrible when you're trying to aim. You've got the wheel, the wheel, the weapon wheel. Why do you want a weapon wheel when I've got a fucking keyboard like this? I've got a huge fucking keyboard with all these keys. Why do I need a weapon wheel? I don't. Put the flashlight on. Okay, hold tab and press E. What? Why can't I just bound a fucking key to it? What key would you like for melee? J, please. Okay, there it is. You've bound it to J. So I press J and I put out a fucking iPad in the game. Melee is V and you can't fucking change it. What key would you like for use? Y, please. Okay, there it is. You've bound Y to use. Isn't that wonderful? Every time I press Y, I switch fucking weapons. It's just shoddy and rushed and a mess. Then there's all the bugs which you can't see because my footage is but there's loads and loads of bugs. People walking through walls and doors and shooting at me through walls and doors. Overlapping of things just on top of each other and not all clipping wrong. Lots of that. No crashes, and it did run. It was a very stable game. Minimum pop in as well, but definite bugs. And then you have the spawning of enemies. I do have footage for this. I cleared out a base. There was nothing in the base. I'm up the crow's nest, if you like, the water tower, and I'm looking down with a sniper rifle. There's nobody approaching the base, nobody in the base, no one anywhere near the base. The base is clean. Until, of course, I come down the tower, walk 10 foot, and then the game's like, if player walks behind building, spawn 3 enemies. So you kill the 3 enemies. If player kills 3 enemies and then walks west, spawn enemies to east, 3 of them. It's bullshit. It just trashes immersion. You build up all this immersion in the game and then you go and do something like this and it just ruins the game. Absolutely. I just can't play games like this. It's just, as you can probably see in the fight, my heart isn't in. I'm just running around just trying to shoot them to see if any more spawn. It's a science experiment, not playing the fucking game. And I found this all the time in the game. You clear a place out where you know there couldn't possibly be an enemy. There's an enemy there. It's just garbage. Absolute garbage in that sense. I hate stuff like that. Then you got the yellow paint on the ladders. You know, that's another telltale sign of a console game. You know, yellow paint, because I'm too fucking stupid to spot a pair of ladders. So you have them all painted yellow. And you walk up to them. I use T for forward, because you know, I like my hand in the middle of the keyboard. I use TGFH instead of WASD. And you walk up, you get on the ladder, and then you can't go up, because you have to use WASD to go up the ladder. So I have to walk up to a ladder with TGFH, then switch to WASD to get up and down the fucking ladder. Let's balance that out with some great stuff in the game. The immersion in this game is off the scale. When it works, this game is a cracking game. When you're in the wasteland and you're just going through on a mission, alright, you've got your waypoints at the top so you can see where you're going on your compass, but my goodness, the ambience is terrifying. You're walking through, you don't know what the hell is coming up, you don't know what's behind you, what's to the side of you, you're hearing all these weird noises, you're shitting yourself, you've just got your gun going, it's obviously day-night cycle, as it, you know, in Stalker, and it starts getting dark and you're thinking, fuck me, I've got to get to where I'm going, and you can see in the distance this little kind of base or town or village where you're heading to, and you just know there's probably bad shit in there, but there's way worse shit out here, so you're trying to get there, you're looking for little bits of ammo, you're checking your weapons to see just how many little bits of ammo you've got left to fight. It's just awesome. Then you run into anomalies, you throw these little bolts in to see where they are, you can disperse them for a few seconds and then run through. All this stuff just adds for a fantastic atmosphere in this game, and it is fantastic. And this is why I'm so pissed off, because this game could be brilliant. It really could be brilliant. But the developers are fucked up. They've ruined the immersion with the spawning. They've ruined the control system. It's very poorly optimized. The amount of people that are having problems running this. I mean, all right, I'm running it in 1080p at 60 frames a second. I mean, that's hardly taxing the fucking game in 2024. But if you try to run it higher than that and you don't have a kick-ass machine, even if you do have a kick-ass machine, there's people got video card errors, not enough video memory, and people have a 4090 card, you know. It's just buggy, unoptimized, it's half-arsed, it's early access. I mean, you know, people criticize early access, and I've said this for over a year now. When you buy a AAA game or a £50 game, you are buying early access, because it isn't fucking finished. All these people who think, oh, no, these are finished. No, they're not finished. You're deluded if you think these games are finished. And it's just a shame that you've got a title like Stalker that is just a brilliant franchise, just kind of in this mess. I mean, it has so much going for it, so much right in this game. Going into the caves, into the bunkers, and knowing that there's something in there, you don't know what it is. Could be one of these blood-sucking things, could be one of these invisible things that go around through, like a poltergeist firing stuff at you. They're terrible. I hate them fucking things. I still don't know the proper way to kill them out. I just fire my gun like fucking Yosemite Sam, shitting myself. It's like you can see here. It's just terrifying, but great fun. Some of the beasts and the monsters in this are fantastic. They really scare the shit out of you. And the game's great at doing that. It's just a shame that there's so much wrong with the game. So much wrong that I can't recommend this game as a buy, because it's £50 and it's just not finished. It's nowhere near finished. It needs to cook for at least another year. So I'm going to middle thumb this. My advice is, if you're not prepared to put up with the shite, and I'm sure the modders will fix it all, as usual. How many times have we seen that? It's just a damn shame that we've got a half-assed game that's really good underneath. There's a great game underneath this, but it's just half-assed. The voice acting's bad. The actual dialogue writing's rancid. You'll talk to somebody, you know, and they'll say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do... Okay, I will do that. There you go. Thanks, bye. So, what? It's just bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. But for me, I play Stalker games not for that kind of stuff. I don't give a toss about other people. I don't give a toss about the story. I play Stalker because I'm on my own, out there, with all this shit trying to kill me, and I'm trying to survive, and that's how I play Stalker. And I don't give a f***. fuck about anybody else in the game. So that didn't bother me that much. But I tell you what, I don't want people spawning in places I know are clear, and that's a sin that you should never do as a game developer, and this game fucking does it. And get rid of your fucking weapon wheels and let me bind all my fucking keys. My goodness, it's 2024.